Oh, I am back. Hey, is my camera always here? Shouldn't be. Should be here. Why was it there? That's weird. Did I miss it? Oceanborn. As things are perfectly even once more in our lower bracket final between Basilisk and Team Liquid. Reynor, the Italian stallion, doing what no one has done in a little while, defeating Clem in the bottom right side. And in the top left side, we are looking at the main base of his former roommate. These guys lived together in the Netherlands for a little over a year, I believe it was. It is Team Liquid's SKillous. Reynor moved back to Italy. SKillous found a different place. These guys are very familiar with each other. If you live in the same place for over a year, you're obviously going to talk a lot about Starcraft. You're going to discuss certain things. They know pretty much everything there is to know about one another. Oh, that was exciting, guys. That was a very exciting 35 minutes. I'm gonna need a couple minutes to recollect ourselves. And don't forget, there is a grand finals after this as well. Whichever team moves on is gonna duke it out with Vitality, the back-to-back champions. Maru, Solar, and Ryang getting the job done 2 seasons in a row. Tomorrow night we are indeed running a weekly. Clara's, Statfest and me are putting up the prize pool for your Monday night entertainment. And on Tuesday I'm flying to Bulgaria. Upcoming weekend, there is a chance you guys get to see Reynor and Clem play against each other in an offline event. As the Belum's Gen tournament will be happening in Stara Zagora, Bulgaria. It's the first time ever that I go to Bulgaria for a Starcraft tournament. I believe they had something a very, very long time ago. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Don't totally know what to expect, but definitely something that I'm looking forward to. No, absolutely, Bully. Monday night tourney for me is all about the community, so it is open to everyone. It is open to every caster that has a good reputation and behaves. It's open to every player that has a good reputation and behaves. You guys are allowed to stream it, you guys are allowed to cast it. Community event, we're not gonna gatekeep it just because we are the ones putting up some prize money. No, it's for all of you guys. Anybody that wants to put on a stream and watch a couple games, cast a couple games is able to do so. Obviously, if we somehow end up with like 16 people, then in the finals, some of you guys may be out of luck, but in the early rounds, absolutely open to everyone. Time should be the same as always, unless StatFest has decided something different, but should be 6 p.m. CEST. Take a look at the Twitter announcement of StatFest, guys. It's also on Team Liquid, Reddit, it's everywhere. Well, don't worry, we'll post some links in the chat later on. It will be spread in every Discord. You won't miss it. So right now, my focus is more on our WTL finals than it is on our Monday night community tournament. Even though I'm happy you guys are excited for it. Currently a little distracted, guys. How long am I going to be online today? Until the WTL Code S is over. And then hopefully I'm going to open up a bottle of whiskey and I can celebrate that we are the champions. Listen to Queen on repeat for 6 hours and play some Deadlock with the boys. And that's a fun Sunday. And Vicky. Vicky plays Deadlock. Reynor with pretty good defense against the Adepts. Ended up losing 3 drones so far in total, but dealing a lot of damage to these Oracles. We'll take that. SKillous has a Blink follow-up. Reynor is going for missile attacks. I know that Reynor loves having melee against Blink Stalkers, but you can't always get what you want in StarCraft 2. Sometimes you have to make some choices. And if you go melee but they hit you with a whole bunch of Zealots +1 Archons, you can be in some trouble. And I'm going to commit to an F1 sim rig. A full rig never, because I just don't have the space for it. But maybe in December, if I look back at this year and I would say that I had a great year, maybe I'll get a nice wheel. Tiny chance. But I don't know. Just don't have that much space, and I really cannot be bothered to put a steering wheel on my desk and remove it every single time I want to play a couple hours of F1. But perhaps I can do it on my second setup if we get there. But I have the feeling that we're going to be very busy with RTS games for the rest of the year. Because I know some of you guys have forgotten about Battle Aces, but I absolutely haven't. And I'm very excited for the second wave of that beta. I'm having so much fun playing Deadlock, so not too worried about F1. I love F1. It's a really fun time with the guys on the Discord, but I don't take it overly serious. Reynor has Overlord speed on the way, and he's building a lot of roaches. Now I wonder, is Reynor willing to get a little aggressive here? Or is this just in case? Still sitting on 1,000 minerals, a little bit of gas. Definitely a lot of units being produced by Reynor. I think Reynor just wants to make damn certain that he won't be caught in an awkward spot where he doesn't have enough. But if he keeps on building units, this is definitely no longer for safety. And Reynor is going to try to deal devastating damage to SKillous on the other side of the map. SKillous, I think, missed a lot of those forces on the right side there. Oracles flying deep on creep. There is a cannon, there is a battery. Reynor does drop an infestation pit and a RotterdaM behind it, but he's going to try to go for a 1-2 punch. We're going to go for the natural. Roaches can one-shot that Stalker. Now, the Roaches are kind of blocking the Zerglings from getting in as well, but Reynor is also all over the fourth base. Still a world over. SKillous deals with this rather well. There are a lot of High Templars in the mix. Storm is done at this point. There is a Queen as well. First Storm is going to land. Reynor deals decent damage. Nice Storm there by SKillous, but obviously loses a lot of units, guys. Reynor does lose a lot of units here. If we get the fourth base, that is something. Queens left behind, kill one Stalker. Reynor kills 8 workers, forces a lot of the High Templars to use some of their energy. Kills the Nexus. But SKillous still has 66 workers, double forge, a lot of Stalkers with Storm. Hard to say. I think overall decent defense by SKillous. Really not that bad. But I think with the amount of creep that's out there, and using a lot of the High Templar energy, it is too scary right now for SKillous to grab his army and run to the other side of the map. No, Reynor should obviously not give him confidence by losing a bunch of units in the top right. Reynor has successfully droned up a little bit behind that attack, but right now we don't have a crazy big army. What we do have is a bunch of Zerglings that are gonna trap these Stalkers. Stalkers have to recall, but SKillous doesn't really get all of them, and Reynor actually kills a whole bunch of the Stalkers that were being recalled. So a fantastic engagement here by Reynor. And if it was okay before, it's pretty damn awesome right now. That was big. That was very, very big. Great target fire as well on a couple of those Stalkers that were being recalled. Just a fantastic army rotation in the center there by the Italian Stallion, setting up that trap. Having the units far enough above the army that SKillous can blink across the units, but he could only blink into the units. So SKillous had no choice anymore. Maybe he could have gone for a slightly better recall. This one was a bit of a panic one, but can't really blame him for it. Should have stayed at home. Starcraft 2 is a lot easier when you can see everything. Unless you're playing against Serral, then it's still very hard. But at least rumor has it. A couple of the YouTube fans told me that. SKillous can't see everything, so it's very hard for him to make all the right choices over and over again. Does have a couple of Tempests on the way. Tempest, obviously, the unit that Hero found a lot of success with against Reynor. But Hero just plays like a god when he goes up against Reynor. Almost like Reynor has done something very bad to Hero in a previous lifetime. And whenever Hero loads into a video game against Reynor, he turns into Super Saiyan 4. Man shows up with beautiful Goldilocks and a little glowing aura around him, and he doesn't make a single mistake. Reynor has said a couple times that if Hero wasn't such a nice guy, he would absolutely hate him. As the Lurkers are making some good progress here. Sure, SKillous has a Tempest, but it just kind of feels that SKillous no longer has the DPS. Reynor's army is large. Reynor is rich. He is making himself at home in that natural of SKillous. And he's still applying crazy pressure with the Lurkers. The Lurkers look good. Stalkers go through the meat grinders. And for the first time since the opening match of this clan war, Basilisk will take the lead over Team Liquid. As this game is all over. It's a wrap. Reynor takes the 1-0 lead. SKillous can now choose any map he wants. Obviously, we vetoed Ghost River, which means that if SKillous wants, he can pick Dynasty. Dynasty is a very good map for Protoss against Zerg. But maybe Reynor has something special, I don't know. Kinda don't think he does. Anything but a Dynasty pick would really surprise me here. And obviously, we can't veto all the maps. Every team has the right to veto one map. And we decided to go for Ghost River, Cure and Clem, two terrifying Terrans. We know that both of them are going to play. Ghost River is such a difficult map. Obviously, if you think of SKillous, you would have loved to veto Dynasty, but it is what it is. You can't veto them all. Why are you guys bullying poor Best Boy 919? Best Boy has actually been a very sweet boy over the last few days, and he's done a great job in keeping us up to date with what's happening over at the Chinese stream. Stop bullying him, guys. It was a little slip. He did not mean... Wow, what? Okay. I will take that. I will absolutely take that. SKillous picks Golden Aura. Obviously, Golden Aura is a pretty good map for Protoss as well, guys. Don't get me wrong, but Golden Aura is a map that Reynor ends up playing on very often. Because he will veto Dynasty, and then he ends up playing Golden Aura because it's often ban, pick, and then you can ban a few more. I'm actually pretty happy to see this. They are no longer roommates. Reynor no longer lives in the Netherlands. Reynor said that my country made him enter the Great Depression. Reynor talks about the Netherlands like it's Detroit in 2002. Apparently it's one of the most grim places on the planet. Bottom right side of Golden Aura, guys. We are looking at the main base of the Italian Stallion, having one hell of a showing so far in this Grand Finals. Or lower bracket finals, but for us every match is the Grand Finals. It is Reynor. Top left side, we are looking at the main base of his old roommate representing Team Liquid. Still living in the Netherlands. And at least he loves my little country. It is SKillous. That is indeed a very early spawning pool on the side of Reynor. Haven't really seen him do this a whole lot. Maybe Reynor knows something about SKillous. Maybe he thinks SKillous is going to be a very greedy boy here. And 12 pool can obviously be very, very deadly against a man that does not probe scout. If Reynor wins 2-0, Reynor will stay alive, and Team Liquid is forced to revive a player. If this goes 1-1, we are both forced to revive a player. If that match ends 1-1, we go to an ace match. If one of the players wins 2-0 in the revive match, obviously it's game over. SKillous, oh my goodness, Reynor has been watching Thriving GG over here. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Reynor with the Thriving GG tactics. The Basilisk Big Brain Bounce is going to show you guys all those mega 5k MMR Zerg builds. SKillous is going to send out a probe right now, but it is too late. SKillous knows that he's in trouble. Oh, it's Zerglings. It's drones, but he's going to take a really, really bad fight. He's going to try to immediately cancel the Nexus, build a second pylon, pull as many probes as possible, but probes have a really difficult time to fight against Zerglings and drones at the same time. A third pylon, one Zealot might come out eventually, but not before a whole lot of probes are going to fall. That Zealot is almost out, but it's just a Zealot right at... Oh no, what? You can make it up! SKillous can only smile because it hurts. The Zealot spawns in on the wrong side. It is stuck. Reynor can't believe it. SKillous can't believe it. We've gone full NA over here. Reynor is like, I'll be so nice to free your Zealot. But the special tactics get it done. Reynor with a 2-0. An incredibly unfortunate game there for SKillous. He gets punished for not scouting, raises his eyebrows, and Reynor says, I'm still him. Y'all forgotten about me? I am still him. Back-to-back 2-0s. Wow. It's nice to see Reynor happy. It's been a little while since we've seen Reynor smile this much playing Starcraft 2. Now Reynor versus Clem again. I think we can kind of start that prediction right. Reynor gets the 2-0 victory over his old roommates and puts us one map away from victory. So, Assuming that Team Liquid is going to revive Clem. I think you guys are all expecting that. I'm expecting that. I think everybody at Team Liquid is expecting that. So we're just going to start that prediction. If Reynor wins 1-0, it is game over immediately. Reynor 1-0 into GG. Clem 1-0 lead into 1-1 is GG. Because we would still have a life left and they would be out of lives. So if Reynor just wins one map, whether it's map 1 or map 2, we win the clan war. But if Clem wins 2-0, this clan war will go on. Might even... I don't think we need 15 minutes. I think 10 minutes is more than enough. It's playing so good. Playing so good. One map, guys, is all we need to make it into the grand finals of the WTL Code S. For the second time in the history of our lovely orc. Season 1, we were the runners-up. We made it into the grand finals, but we lost. Solar, his ZVZ, was gnarly that day and was too much for us to overcome. In WTL Code S 2023 Winter, we lost to a Liquid Clum that was on fire. And honestly, I think we were in a very... well, it was slightly different, but it was somewhat similar to this. Back then, we were in the same spot as we currently were in, where all we had to do was take a map. And we actually had 2 best of 2s to win a map, so we were further ahead than we currently are. So it is way too early to celebrate. But obviously, it's amazing already, A, that it's close and exciting, and that B, we are in a good spot. I'd rather be in this spot than in the other spot, right? Where we have to win 2-0. But it is far from over. Seems like Mana is temporarily AFK. Clem is temporarily AFK. Just to show you guys a little bit of history. Like, this is where we currently are, obviously, today. See if Wikipedia is already updated. The lower bracket finals. This is our 3rd live, and this will be the revived player of Team Liquid. So 1 map is good enough for us. But if you scroll up, Team Liquid or Liquipedia is awesome. Team Liquid is awesome too. You can just go back to WTL Code S 2023, and you can see how it went back then, where Reynor took a 2-0 lead, 2-0 lead, then we went 1-1 with Clem. So all that we had to do to make it into the grand finals was win 1 map here, or 1 map here. We didn't. And if this would have gone 1-1, we would have gone to an ace match against anybody but Clem. But that did not happen, so way too early to celebrate. But I'm already happy that at least it's really fun, it's exciting, I'm having fun, you guys are having fun. It's already, I think, a successful day. Liquid Clum. He's back to his computer. And he's looking like a guy that is ready to play a video game. Tiny bit of yogurt. Go through his long hairs. And he is ready. I'll take a tiny break, you guys. Go ahead and get myself a drink and get ready for what could be the final game. Could be the second to last game. Could be the start of many more games. See you guys soon. Obviously, of this clan war, there will always be a grand final. Why are they not forced to send Mana? Because it's called a revive. And Mana hasn't played yet. How do you revive the guy that hasn't played yet? It is just team coverage, guys. That is all it is. I'll be right back. See you guys in a couple of minutes. Mana is an active player, but also a manager of the team. Whew! Exciting! Thank you, by the way, to Infinity and Distan and High Score. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.